everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jimmy and I love to plan and create in a traveler's notebook setup. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Be sure to check out some of my videos below. I've created lots of videos on all different facets of planning. Some really good ones are from probably over a year ago or so, so be sure to scroll down and check those out. And I'm glad you're here. Today I'm going to share all about my journals over the past couple of years. Jenny Penton, the founder of Designs by Planner Perfect, includes a blank journal in one of her monthly subscription boxes. Sometimes it's difficult to figure out what to use it for. So I just thought I'd give you some ideas. And please leave me your ideas in the comments because I'm always changing it up and looking for new ideas. Like I've shared before, starting a new planner or journal every month is just a chance for a brand new start. So I love that. I love to change it up, start new in my planner and my journal. That's just one thing I really love about the Planner Perfect method. I just love that. Okay, so first of all, I store my journals in this container. It's meant for stickers, but it works perfectly. And it's about $10 from Happy Planner. So you can go to that website and look up storage container. It's meant for stickers. It has dividers in it. I also use this sometimes for my yearly journals, and it'll store at least a year and then some room for extra. I just love keeping my planners and my journals. They're keepsakes for sure. I often look back to see what I was doing this time last year or to revisit something I did, like a holiday and how it went, you know, to show me if I want to do the same thing again or what I'd like to change up this year. Or sometimes like the steps I took in getting our lawn prepared and ready for the next season. So I can look back and see the steps I took. Plus, they'll be keepsakes forever. Maybe my daughter can look back on them when I'm gone. But I like looking back on them. I just love this about the Planner Perfect method. Just having so much fun being creative and decorating my pages and expressing myself. I'd hate to just throw it away. And they look so pretty up on my shelf with all the beautiful colors and artwork. So again, you can find this storage container on the Happy Planner website for about $10. It actually comes with a cover that's about this thick. You can put it on the bottom. I don't know if it would fit on top with these planners, but I don't know what happened to mine. I must be using it for something else. I can't find it. Okay, so I will show you my past journals and what I've used them for so far. This is one that came in a December sub box, and they're usually, you know, they're always very pretty. Love that. And they're usually blank. I think now you can get dot grid, but back then it was blank. So this one, I don't even know what I used it for. I'm reminding myself here too. All right, so it looks like I used it for a type of a journal. I think I'll use this journal for daily thoughts as well as gratitude. I could also move from my daily diary I've been doing into here. Yes, maybe I'll do that, then it'll be handy. Okay, so I wanted to do a routine that's 3 things I'm grateful for, how I'll make today great, and positive affirmation. And then in the evening, my good deed today, how I'll improve, and 3 great things I experienced. I'm obviously not going to read this whole thing, so don't worry. So I did gratitude, and I like putting stickers and drawings and stuff. Good deeds, how I make today great, how I will improve. So this is the morning and the evening questions, but I just did it in like a fun form and with Christmas colors. Great things I experienced today. And then I decorated a lot of the pages. I think I may have decorated some of these before I filled it in. This is just wrapping paper that I glued on there. And then I did, these are supposed to be Christmas ornaments. A little bit of wrapping paper. And I just put great things I was grateful for in, and then stickers. Just trying to get creative. Books I'm reading this month. And I did a quote by Beatrix Potter. I do so hate finishing books. I should like to go on with them for years. I love that quote. And this is supposed to be like snow, and I did watercolor blue, and I used my Canon Ivy and made little pictures of the books I'm reading right now. And this is the one of those gift cards that you put, is it gift card? It's like a greeting card that you put a gift card in, and I cut it and used that for my books. So I thought that was a cute idea. Great things I experienced. So you can see it's just more of a gratitude and checking in for the day. I had this paper on here, so that's what made me think of this design. It kind of goes with it. And grateful for Planner Perfect. That's funny. And here's a tip in. Just like little sayings to put on there. It's my kitty cat under the Christmas tree. Me with all my books spread out. I did a rubbing on this one. I don't know if you can see the pattern on it. So I'll go a little quicker through this. This was from wrapping paper, and then I watercolored my own snowman. It's so much fun doing this. And here I saw 3 trees on here, so I did 3 trees on there. And again, I put this paper and decorations on beforehand. Then when I get to that page, it inspires me for what to do. Oh, I need to do this again. See, so this wrapping paper, I copied it, and I put a tea bag here. May this day, well, I can't see it. May this day bring you peace, tranquility, and harmony. Oh, that's sweet. Another, just a tip in. I didn't put anything on it. I'll go a little quicker. It's probably boring. This is from a greeting card. Oh, I need to go back and read that. Reflecting on difficulty. I am a warrior. Ooh, I must have been feeling good about myself that day. I'm going to have to go reread this because it looks like something I need now because I'm struggling with some things. Be the change. I love this. How did it get so late so soon? It's night before it's afternoon. December is here before it's June. My goodness, how the time has flown. Dr. Seuss. I love that little poem. So if I don't have anything to write, I will find a quote or something I'm reading. Gratitude. This is, I put how I feel. I was feeling all these things, burned out, fatigued, foggy brain, jittery. But with this present moment to relax, not hurry, and this quietness, I'm beginning to feel calm, joyful, energized. So that was a nice practice. I gotta revisit some of that stuff. I think Jenny's son drew this deer. Christmas Eve. Christmas is here, and then I wrote about our Christmas, my new boundary. Chinese takeout for Christmas Eve. That's becoming a thing. Gifts I received. I got a lot that year. Jaja Traveler's Notebook. Woohoo! Need to figure out which one I'm going to ask for this year. I actually just got a new Traveler's Notebook, which I'm going to do a video on that and the other ones I have. I will focus on the brightness of my future and the surprises that lie ahead. This was fun to draw. Was tired of Christmas colors, as you can tell. 2021 accomplishments. And then I drew with a white pen on here. still doing accomplishments, how I showed up for myself. So that's one way I use a journal, is just daily gratitude and daily ramblings. Here's another way. This one says Nourish on it. I actually bought this one used. Well, I mean, not used, but on the BST Facebook page, it was, someone had it but never used it. So I started using it for my health tracking. I have tabs, but it looks like I had stuff written on them, but it's faded away. I think it says budget. I don't know what that one says. So I'll not use those tabs again. So what I did here was I was just tracking things, my weight. Ooh, 157. I was 142 this morning. So I'm glad I've stuck with it. I'm trying to get down to the 120s because for my height, I'm 5'3", and I have a very small bone structure. I think my perfect weight would be 125 or something like that. So need to take it down more, but that's encouraging to see. I put how much I slept, how I felt very restless in the night, upper back, shoulder pain, 8. Ooh. And then I was counting calories this time. Obviously it didn't work, but 1,200 calories. And so I was just keeping track of things in my calories, how many steps I took that day, cardio, 21 minutes, fat burn. I think I had my Apple Watch telling me this, and then yoga for 20 minutes. Ate too much junk to list. All right. So that's what I use these for. It helps you to keep track of things better if your pages are pretty, and it just makes you want to open it more. What I do for my healthy eating now is, oh, I didn't decorate that one. I guess I got tired of it. Weight goals, which I never did achieve. What I do now is I don't track calories. I just try to eat healthier, and I don't have any white bread or sugar. At least I'm not supposed to. That's what I'm trying for September. And I do feel better, and it seems to be helping my weight. And I feel, you know, the main goal is to feel better. All right, so this section I did menu. Lunches and breakfast and snacks. I guess I got tired of tracking and went to this, or maybe I did that at the same time. I don't remember. But this is another idea you can do. Menu, shopping list. Now I do it online. I order my groceries from Walmart, so I don't even need a list. I usually make a little Harris Teeter list for the things I miss. Menu. So I didn't finish this one. So that's that, a health tracking journal. This one I used, obviously, for gratitude. I love birds, and I'm a bird photographer, nature photographer, so that one stuck out to me. I just wrote things I'm grateful for, and I always like to write why I'm grateful for it. That really cements it, and it just seems to take it to a deeper level. Then I wrote down some quotes from a book I was reading. I wrote down some poem. Just different things. I wrote down some other stuff I was reading, some gratitude, things I need to reevaluate. So it's a mixture, I think, of gratitude and journaling. Here I had a new book called Coffee Self-Talk, and it's about affirmations, so I wrote some about that. What do I want more of? What do I want less of? What do I want that I don't have now? I'm going to have to go and read this. This is from 2021. Oh, now I did my gratitude this way. Oh, this isn't gratitude. These are affirmations. I play today, doing things I love, and it fills me with energy. So I switched and started doing affirmations. Things I want: a perfectly healthy body with no pain. Huh. So that's pretty much what this one is. So gratitude and affirmations. Now this one, I think I used it like I did the first one I showed you, kind of like I decorated it. Practice stillness. I remember doing this page. That was fun. When we are unable to find tranquility within ourselves, it is useless to seek it elsewhere. I love writing things down, quotes and spiritual things that resonate with me. It just makes it stick more than just reading it. Stillness. That's wrapping paper. I put like, what is it called? Tissue paper, wrapping tissue paper on this. Small things that bring me comfort and joy. Today I'm grateful for. I got this from some journal magazine I had. I will move at the pace of peace. I love that. You know, and I got to paint a little turtle. It's just fun. I let go of feeling responsible for others' happiness, self-neglect, tiredness and boredom. So I had all the things that I let go of, and then I embrace being responsible for my own happiness, feeling centered, celebrating all my accomplishments, even small ones. So that was a fun exercise. That was about drinking water, hydrating. I just wanted to make a big poem on this page. Charles Dickens. Daily book readings 2022. Oh, these are the daily ones, and then this is studying first quarter, studying for January just for fun. Eckhart Tolle quotes. That's just regular journaling, writing my thoughts. Notice the delicate way of the sunlight, the bare trees, the bright green, thick, luscious grass. Things I need to notice. So, just a little bit of everything. Kind of like a self-care journal, I guess. Things to do to take care of myself, it seems like. Quotes from today's reading. I used a white gel pen for this after I watercolored the page. New books, The 36-Hour Day, Caring for People Who Have Alzheimer's Disease and Other Dementias. That was when my mother started going through a rough time. She's 85 now and has advanced Parkinson's and Parkinson's psychosis that sometimes mimics dementia, but it's not. Oh, I was feeling bad that day. I cut out this circle and then I drew this agonizing face in it, and then I glued strips of paper on it like hair. I was going through some things I was working through for my childhood. You know, you have to confront those things to heal from them. So, I wanted to face my emotions, and I did. And then it passed. Listen to fatigue. Oh, that's pretty. This was just paper, and then I outlined things in color. There was someone in the group, in the Planet Perfect fans group, that she prints out coloring pages and puts them on one side and then finds a quote to put on another. So I think I would like to do that a little bit. So new self-care routines. Demands that drain me, activities that energize me. I will mindfully manage my time. Gosh, I need to go back and read this for inspiration. I feel at home in myself. I experience my imperfection and joy of who I am. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. 7 chakras. journaling. So, here's more books. Sorry, I know this may be kind of boring. Trying to go through it quickly. Just Seneca quotes. Alright, I never did finish that one. So that was that one. Now here's one, and this one actually was inspired by the Planner Perfect fan group. Jenny she was doing lives every once in a while, and this was her summer bucket list that we all actually did. We started it together. So summer bucket list 22. Things to organize. Things to clean. I didn't do very much cleaning, did I? Quotes from Atomic Habits. That was the book I was reading. New habits to create. Every day, every night, every day, every day. Something unhealthy to remove. Processed sweets from my diet. Something healthy to add. More fruit, green juice, lemon water. Sleep. You can see I stopped filling this out. I guess I could go back and do it. Places to visit, Nova Scotia. And we did. I had a lot of fun doing these watercolors. Eat fresh lobster. Ugh. After I ate that fresh lobster, I got sick. But I was already starting to get a stomach flu, I think, and that just pushed me over the edge. So I haven't had lobster since. And I usually love lobster. Books to read this summer. What to bake? Lentil shepherd's pie. That's it. Just probably did bake. I just didn't write it down. So that's as far as I got. So I can still use this for more. Now, here is just another February one. I won't even go through this whole thing, but it's similar to the other ones I showed you, just gratitude and journaling. Things, and I love decorating the pages ahead of time. This was watercolor, tissue paper. I'll just go through it quick. Oh, I remember this page. I remember doing this on the floor by the fireplace. I watercolored it, then drew the flowers, and then I put things I was grateful for in each petal. That was fun. I remember that. That was a good memory. Oh, I had fun coloring that. New books. Always new books. Don't make things harder than they need to be. I am enough. Abundance. So, you get the idea. Celery juice. That's when I started doing celery juice, which I don't do anymore. Alright, so that was the February journal. This one I did healthy eating. I had different sections, which I took the tabs off because I changed my mind. But I was starting to juice. Make juice, not war. So I was showing my process with that. My recipes for the juice. Daily plan. Yeah, I guess it morphed into this. 7 fruits and veggies, omega-3s, exercise, sunshine, booster activities, meals. So I guess it morphed into that, and then did the same thing, but I started decorating the pages. This was a tab for smoothies, and I put my recipes there, and then I used the rest of the pages for the tracking. That actually was helpful. I might do that again. And then obviously stop doing it. seems like there was another tab. Oh, I had a tab for lunches and snacks. I'm not eating that way anymore. And then for dinners. So that's that. Okay, I'll go through these next ones pretty quickly. This was actually my first journal because it was before I got the subscription for Planner Perfect. So I just got a brown one and painted it for my journal. This is my very first one. January 2021. Journal Dreams and Goals. I just wrote a mishmash of stuff. Then I did a schedule, goals and desires. So I think I just did each day what I felt like writing that day. If I had a problem, I would write about it. If I had something to figure out, I would write about it. If I needed a new schedule, I would write about it. So that's basically it. Just journaling for whatever. Okay, and then this one was before I got my nice menu book. I made my own menus and food budget. I just painted a brown one. This is size narrow. So that's just dinners, lunches, and breakfasts. Food tracker, food budget, meal ideas, just that kind of thing. This is the menu journal that you can get pre-printed from Planner Perfect, so it's not really a blank journal. Menu on one side, shopping list on the other. And then if you want, you could tear this page out and take it to the grocery store with you. That's all that is. But like I said, I do mine online now. So this is one it's narrow size. I had in my wallet. I have a Charlotte wallet, which is a dark brown leather. And I used it for grocery list because I took that wallet with me. It's like my purse. I don't even put it in a bigger bag. That's my only bag. So I was doing that. And then I'd have my book with me in case I needed to write anything else down while I was out. This one, I actually bought this at Barnes & Noble. You get a pack of 3 or 4 for like $6. But obviously it's Van Gogh. This I started when I had to start caring more for my elderly mother. So I made one with contacts, insurance information, prescriptions. And so, you know, it's good to use. You know, this was looking for a skilled nursing facility. Her needs were just too great for us. So, you know, you can use it for care for others. Current expenses. Oh, this is her expenses because I'm her power of attorney. So used it for her, for caretaking for her. And then this one is As a Woman Thinketh. This was from Jenny's course. It wasn't the Be Free course. It was one of the courses she had. I can't remember. This was one of the journals that came with it. I ended up listening to the course as I was walking every day on my earbuds. So I couldn't take notes. So they actually started, and then I just used it to take notes for the books I was reading. So it has nice little pictures throughout. So that's what I used that one for. And now these are all art journals, but I used the canvas bags that come with Planner Perfect. The leather notebooks are in. It has the canvas. I pasted it onto this, and then this is actually squares of napkins, and then I drew on it. And I was just having fun doing art stuff in it. That was obviously October. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there, Rumi. This is just fun. Even though the paper doesn't really take the paint that much. Yeah, I don't like that one. That got too busy. I just really like journaling. I like doing artwork in a book because then you don't feel as pressured to make it something to hang on the wall. You know, it can be bad if it ends up being not, if you end up not liking it, it's okay. This one was fun. And, you know, I just like decorating your journal, I would paint some of the pages and then go back later to put stuff in. So I still can work on this. So that's so far that. I actually started it as a book of colors on this side, and red was my first color, but I did it upside down. But it was this thing online from this lady called Cat Hand, and she has different projects every year, and this year it was colors, and you had to get pictures from different places, you know, containers. This was from a bird feeder bag. That's Jenny's washi tape, you know, and then each month was a different color. So this was red, but that's the only one I did. I just got tired of it. Didn't want to do it anymore. This is one, I covered this with some Cocoa Daisy paper. This is actually my grandmother. So I found some old photos when, you know, packing up a lot of my mother's things. And this is my grandmother when she was, you know, maybe late teenager, early 20s. So I copied it and put it on the front. She had some skinny old legs. This was her little brother, Uncle Bias. See, he's there, and then at the end, I put him there. That's him. He was in World War II? One? Well, one of those. I can't remember if it was 1943, it was World War II. So they remember him walking down the sidewalk, coming back home from the war, limping. I loved him. This is just a print I made. So this is just like a mishmash of art using old pictures. She was in one of the pictures. She's a relative. Secret Destination to the Past. This idea, and some of these ideas are from a company called Let's Make Art. And then I used some of their ideas for the journal and embellished it. That's my grandfather. And so that would be my great-grandmother and my great-grandfather. They're from West Virginia. I can't remember who this is. I was going to put something about her there. I have to ask my mother, but she's one of the relatives. This is great or great-great-grandfather. I think it's great. But like I said, I'll have to get some information and put it down. This is Life is Old Here, Older Than the Trees. We are all connected, and I made what do you call these things? Cook stove. This is great-great-grandfather. This is my grandfather, Con Hardman. He loved studying in books. He was a newspaper editor, and he was assistant to the governor. He actually had dinner at the White House with JFK a few times and said that Jackie Onassis was the classiest woman he's ever met. He only had an 8th grade education, but he was a self-educated person and just kind of homeschooled himself, so to speak. And ended up, there's a picture of him with Truman, there's a picture of him with Lyndon Johnson. They signed pictures for him, but he just was a very refined, self-educated man. And this is my grandmother right there. This is about 1920-ish. This is Uncle Bias, the one that was in the army outfit, and my grandmother's big sister, my great aunt, and we don't know who this boy is. He must have been a neighbor. And see the old car? And this was the house they lived in. And there's Uncle Bias. So that was really fun to do. This is another art one. Now, only a few pages are done in here. I prepared the pages and never did anything with it. Again, this is from Let's Make Art. the ideas are from there, and then they use a jelly print plate to make your own prints. And I just did this one. This is actually, the trees are actually rope, like a string, thrown on the paper, and then we pressed it down with the press, and it came out with the white. See, the paint was here, almost like a negative, and then I drew them like birch trees. Cut out a bunch of leaves, drew a fox. That was fun. That's all in there. I don't know what this one is. Look to the stars. Boundaries are what happens when we accept that no one else has to change so we can feel better. I love this one. This is a napkin on the outside. I painted it and then glued the napkin on the outside edges. And then put white dots and swirls. When you complain, you make yourself a victim. Leave the situation, change the situation, accept it. All else is madness. It's from Eckhart Tolle. So I guess this is like an inspirational book. I don't know what happened with this one. I just started going crazy and getting too much. Whose woods these are, I think I know. That is, who is that? Robert Frost, I believe. I don't think it's Walt Whitman. But I made a fox and a crow with boots. I don't know, I was just feeling weird that day. In my art journal, there are no rules or expectations. And this one, now I started doing this practice where I'd paint the page in the morning, and then I'd draw a picture with my eyes closed. So that was this. And then you pick an image, and then you pick a quote. And that gets you started every day. So that's what I did for a while. Oh, I love this one. But it's a very simple practice to do every morning, just a creative practice. I just looked so forward to that every day. You paint the page, draw a picture or find an image, and find a quote. I love to take an image I have and then be inspired off of it. Now this one's a little different. I had fun doing this one. And almost done. This is another Let's Make Art idea. Oh, I had so much fun with that. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I never finished. This was actually from an online course. Suzanne Allred, maybe, and just with the instruction she gave, I created this. I don't think I ever even finished the course, but it was fun. And I don't even know if there's anything in this one. Oh, I used it, another way to use it is just for notes from a book. So that's what I use this for, just notes from a book. And that is all. That is all the journals. Okay, so that's all I have for now. I need to get back into journaling this way. I've been so busy lately, especially with my only daughter getting married. She had a surprise wedding. For those of you who watched my video from a few weeks ago, I mentioned an event coming up that I wasn't allowed to talk about. Well, that was it. She'd been dating her boyfriend for about 7 years. And we knew they'd eventually get married. So they sat us down and they said they were engaged and that they were going to elope. Here are some pictures of that special day. They didn't actually elope. She says they eloped, but it wasn't. What they did was they had a very small wedding in the mountains of Virginia, where my new son-in-law's family has land and a mountain house. And that's my husband performing the wedding. And anyway, it was just a very special occasion, lots of emotions. We only had 3 weeks to prepare, so it was a lot. But she's an adult, she's 25, and that's what she chose. And it was just beautiful. We had a wonderful time, and I'm happy she's happy. He's a good boy, and it'll be great. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.